Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, welcome to live. And it's a good day. My name is Ifram, and today we're going to be discussing something very important, as always, how to build a positive network in the workplace. That's what we're discussing today. Just before I dive into the teaching for today, I'd like to introduce my book. So I wrote this book last year, 2021, Succeeding in Your Career, and some of the things I'm going to be teaching today, except from the book. Um, so I hope you find this session useful, and because I've gotten very good positive feedback from the things that I have taught from the book. Okay, so moving on, part of what I wrote in the book is understanding the importance of networking. Someone said there are two things that would change your life or determine your level or rate of success: the books you read and the quality of relationship that you build. And I think that's a very profound statement, understanding that moving or succeeding in anything in this life will determined primarily by the type of books you read and the relationship that you build. So we're emphasizing on just the second part today. Of course, I've introduced my book and I hope that you find it useful. I'll probably get a copy. You can get a copy on Amazon and also my website. But yeah, so what we're emphasizing today mainly is having that strong network. I have prepared 7 points. Of course, there are more, but these 7 points, I believe, will drive the message down. And if you are able to deliberately put these tips into practice, you probably start seeing results almost immediately. And I said, as part of the book, what determines how your work environment turns out, because you're going to be working with people, um, is the kind of relationship that you build. So if you have not built the right relationship, then you probably have a an environment that is not conducive. You probably just be working without feeling that positive vibes, so to speak. Yeah, so it's important that you build the right network around you, and I always tell people to build a 360-degree network. So you're not just building network up or parallel, you're building up, parallel, and you're also building downwards, because it's important. The three dimensions of network building are key to your own career progress. So some people might have problems with networking because of their own personality. Maybe they are introverted. So that's an understanding. Some feel guilty that, oh, maybe I'm building relationship because of my selfish um, uh, ambitions or objectives. So these are challenges that people face. But again, relationship building is a two-way street. So if you understand that you're building relationship not just because of what you're going to gain, but what you're going to give as well. Because like I mentioned, it's a two-way thing. So it's important that you understand that you're not just in for what you're getting, but you're in for what you're going to give. So I always tell people this: you didn't start working in that office because you're looking for friends. No, the office is, yeah, if it comes good, but your primary reason for working is not to look for friends, is to build a career and probably meet your daily obligations, maybe pay your bills, and of course build your career, which should be the aim. So you are not in the office to make everybody your friend. So the first thing I want to share was focusing on the right people. You can't be friends with everybody. You need to focus on the ones that are important to your life and to your career. So if you're in an office with different skill sets and you know that you are strong in a particular area, you know the areas that you're struggling with. So you can build a network around people that can help you augment that area of where you're deficient in. So focusing on the right people means that you don't just build network because you want to build network, not arbitrarily. You are deliberate about it. You are focused on a particular objective and you're going for it. So you need to concentrate on people who know who you know will be able to make a difference in your career. You're not just um, throwing punches in the dark. You're throwing your punches and you're hitting targets. So that's number one. Focus on the right people so that you get the best out of the relationship that you're building. Number two, I have mentioned this before, you create a win win situation. So, like I mentioned, if you're building a network, don't just look for what you would gain, but how that person would also benefit from the relationship that you're building. You don't want them to feel cheated, that they're always giving and you are just taking without reciprocating. So how do you build a win-win situation? What I typically do, if I have a question that I wanted to ask someone I think is more knowledgeable, I explain the situation to them and give my own view of what I think the possible solution would be, and ask if they agree or if they have a contrary opinion on what I'm asking. That way, it helps them think also to say, this could be a good point. And of course, if they differ, they can give you a more correct point or just tell you that, oh, what you have said is actually the right thing. So that's a beneficial relationship. You're giving and you're getting. The another point could be that especially if you are going to a particular person, to always ask for solution to a thing. You can just go to them one time and just ask them if they have a research that they would like you to do for them or something that you could help with. If you are able to deliberately make this conscious effort to help these people that are also giving to you, it helps create that bond of a win-win situation and not just a parasitic relationship. Which takes me to the um, third point, which is giving before you receive. I'm more like that. I like to give first probably don't even think about getting back. But of course, you always need people, so there's always room for you to get something back. So if you can give before you receive, that would go a long way for people to respect your own personality and to understand that you are also interested in them and not just taking from them. So this takes us to the first point I made about um, suggesting possible solution to the person you're trying to ask a question and waiting for them to come back with their own response. So you're giving first and getting later. The fourth point is becoming a connector. You don't have always to gain something in a networking relationship. You can introduce people who can benefit from one another. Is just as effective. So if you are the connector, you're as good as building that relationship. You know this person's problem, you know where the solution is, and you make that connection. People come to me sometimes in the office because they think I have a solution to their problem, and I'm just able to connect them to the right place. So this particular thing I don't know, but this is where you can get a solution, and it has been helpful. So it builds that confidence and it builds the rapport that people can always count on you when they need something, and which is very good. So you don't have to be a provider, and you don't have to be actually actively involved in providing solution. You can be a connector. Fifth point is remembering to reconnect. Sometimes we start a relationship in a workplace, and maybe it was just one of you probably gain a lot from that relationship, but because you haven't gone back to renew, you are finding it difficult. So always reconnect back to whoever you are creating a relationship with, especially if you know that these people are going to be helpful to um, to your career development. Like I tried to explain earlier, the quality of people you meet eventually determines how your life will turn out. So if you create that environment where you are able to connect with people and reconnect to them again and again, they have a way of shaping your career. And it's not just the career development, it could also be an avenue for promotion. You never know, because when the circle where your uh, performance will be discussed, you'll probably not be there. But someone that you've probably spoken to sometime might just pick up the case to say, oh, yeah, this person is like this and like that. And he just puts in words for you. And before you know it, you're getting that promotion. So it's very important to connect with people and reconnect to them so that that relationship is built over time. So if it's just one off, then they'll probably not remember. But if you go again to reconnect, it helps um, create that bond between people. Okay, the sixth point I had, this session was going to be a very short one, is using social network. Now, there are a lot of social media platform that you can connect with people, and I know some people don't like the idea of connecting with their colleagues on social media, especially on Instagram or Facebook. They just prefer the LinkedIn. That's fine. The advantage of using social media to connect with people is you're like inviting them into your own personal space. You see what they do, you see the things they're involved in outside work. You can connect to them that way. Remember, you're trying to build a relationship. Of course, you're not looking for friends, you're just building a network that will be beneficial to you. So if you're able to connect with people outside of work, it also creates that bond. It could just be a picture that they posted, and you just pick up to say, oh, I saw that picture you posted, it was really nice, and things like that. So it could help solidify that bond, and you could start talking about other things that are useful to you related to work or outside work that you both could benefit from. So don't just limit your conversation or network connection to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is good, but most posts on LinkedIn are still work related posts. They're not personal posts that people can be relaxed to enjoy, you know. But when people are connected to your personal area, like Instagram, for example, and you're always posting pictures and things like that, people can see the other side of you and something interesting might come up. Okay, the last point that I wanted to mention today was starting your own networking group. I mentioned using social network or social media handles. Well, again, you can create your own network. Some people have this WhatsApp group and they use that to connect with their colleagues, and it's good. It can just be fun things that you even post that are not even work related, which is fantastic. That way, remember what we're saying is an avenue for you to create a bond with people that will be mutually beneficial for both parties. And of course, the benefits are endless, you know, because one advantage is, apart from that um, out of office connection that you get, you also get some career development or uh, something that would enable you solidify your experience. I always tell people that there are three parts of career. Initially, when you're looking for a job, you get into a job. The other part is consolidating on your experience. So you need people to do that. You need people to consolidate on your experience. There are people that are better than you in some areas that you can benefit from when you connect with them rightly. And using all the available means to connect with them is good. So if you can create a WhatsApp group and just put people that are connected to you in the office, just to create that rapport and bond, it helps to solidify that relationship. So I've just mentioned a few things, and I hope you found it useful. This was going to be a short presentation, like I have done, and of course, the benefit of networking, like I mentioned before, cannot be overemphasized. It might just be the words that they put in for you to get that promotion, and who knows, and that could be what you need to move to the next stage of your career. I'm going to stop here. I actually thought I was going to take this to 6:30, but I'm able to finish in 20 minutes. If you have any question, I know some people are watching from YouTube or on Instagram. If you have any questions you want to ask, this would be a good time to ask those questions before I move on. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining on Instagram. I see you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a good week ahead. Remember to get a copy of my book. You find it on Amazon and also on my website. I have two books, Succeeding in Your Career and Let's Talk About Money. Both books are on Amazon. Just search my name and you'll be able to find it and you can get a copy. For Succeeding in Your Career, I have also the audiobook and the ebook. For both books, I have the ebooks and the hard copies that you can get on Amazon. Then, as part of what I do CVs for people. So, if you're looking to get a new job, you need to package a CV, which is like your sales pitch, if you like. So, sales pitch, your CV is a sales pitch. So, if you want to do a professional CV, I'm the guy for you. Then, if you want to do cover letter as well, I do that. Personal statement, LinkedIn optimization, I also do that. And I hope you find it useful. I hope you find it useful. Um, So you can always check my website for all of that information to see what I do. I think the last thing I would like to mention is as part of what I do personal finance coaching for people. So it could be for your own personal or for a family. If you're married and you want to do personal finance coaching, I also do that. So we look at your 1 year financial plan, 5 years financial plan, 10 years financial plan, or whole life financial plan. So we'll talk about your finances from now till forever. So yeah, if that interests you, you want us to talk about it, let's book an appointment and we'll have a look and discuss this together. Okay, thank you so much and have a good week. Next week we're skipping next week, but in 2 weeks time we'll be coming with another topic related to finance. So every fortnight we do career, and the next fortnight we do something about money. All right, thank you so much and have a beautiful week. Bye bye now.